Morning, everybody. Welcome to Hex Token Channel. Your host, Superman. Woohoo! First live stream of the day, and here we go. What a goody one we've got. Very excited about this when I woke up this morning. Wow, wow, wow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. Let's rock and roll. Your host, Superman, in the house. Let's make sure that the live stream's up and running. It's going to get that live chat. I think the audio is going okay. Let me look at it. Yeah, audio sounds good to me. So get into the chat, say hello. We've got a few people in here. Hex.com, that's where we are. That's where it all began. And of course, the ultimate deposit on blockchain. Check it out, Hex.com, if you have not. All right, we've got Warp Impulse in there. What up, bro? What up, my bro? In the house. Hey, good to see you, J-Man. What else here? That man is awesome, says Purple Pirate. Agenda 69, greetings and salutations all. Hey, good to see you, Agenda 69. And hey, hello, Superman, everybody. Happy Friday. Yeah, Friday for most of you. It is Saturday morning here in New Zealand. 11:30 a.m. Saturday, the 2nd of July. So, starting to get into that July month now. We got Purple Pirate says, the kind that you want to be around to grow and be your best, says Purple Pirate. Hello, Purple Pirate, says J-Man. Let's go, Rothko in the house. Hey, Rothko, good to see you. And Morris as well for good old New Zealand. Hey, I know someone in New Zealand. Hey, there's Morris. Yeah. Jim Rat Crypto's in the house there. What's going on, family? Hey, good to see Jim Rat Crypto in the house there. Hey, Jim Rat Crypto, looks like you missed out a meetup yesterday that you probably would have wanted to attend to, but hey, that's you might have to double back on that. All right, Snake Hex in the house there. Let's go, Superman. Absolutely. And says Frosty Dog. Hey, good to see Frosty Dog. Purple Pirate, we are so ready for this. Absolutely. I'm with you on that, Purple Pirate. 5555 says TB Bishop. Absolutely. What's up, Superman? How are you? Says Crypto Token. Very good, thank you. Thanks for asking. And Frosty Dog, RH always said July 22nd was launched, says Frosty Dog. Maybe, yeah. And Blobfish King, good morning from Australia. Inflation is really kicking in. We are now paying the price for all that money printing and low interest rates. Yeah. Not only that, Blobfish, but bad administrations attacking the energy of the supply chain. And many other things. So I wouldn't simplify it just down to monetary printing. It's bad policy, bad fiscal policy as well. So yep. Hello Heximus soon says tension. Hello world. Hey, good to see you. And high stakes Hex as well. Let's go. Sandy Beach in the house. Woohoo! And Donatello as well. What's up? Matt and Barley as well. Morning team. Hey, good to see you, Matt. Very cool. Hey, it's great to see so many people in the chat. It really is exciting. Let's get into it. Hex.com. Let's go to the stock news. We're going to remember, because we're in a volatile period, we're in a bearish market, we're going to zoom out and then zoom in into our tokens, and then we're going to get into the Billionaire. The Billionaire is on the move, and boy, is he not mucking around. He's not mucking around, so we're going to get into that later. All right, we've got the stock market today. Dow rides consumer stocks higher to make strong start to Q3. Yay! Now, this is really good. Just remember, though, we're in a volatile period, so we've got good news and not so good news coming in and out all the time. So, but good start today. I'm very happy about that. And, of course, they're using some stock pictures there, but they're excited. Wow. Anyway, so we've got the Dow Jones there at 31,000. That's up 321 points, up 1%. We've got the S&P, remember, Dow Jones, top 30 industrials companies. S&P 500, 3,800, up 40 points, 1%. In NASDAQ there, up 100, basically 100 points, 99 points there, 11,127, and just under 1% increase there. Those markets are closed, as you can see by the red there. The S&P, the volatility index, down 7%. That's a good thing. And, of course, down to the 26. The dollar index there up to 105 almost, just up slightly, just under 0.5% on there. Now, let's have a quick look at the commodities before we get into the commentary there. Oil back up a little bit there, up 2%, back over 111 for Brent oil, and West Texas there at 108. So they're up on the up. Gold there pretty, almost flat, 1800s, not moving too much around there. And then we got silver at $19.80. And finally, food, of course, down 3%. The soybeans, I say food, but I'm saying one class of it, but all that stuff. We're going to be watching food and property coming up. That's what we want to look at in addition to everything else that we've been talking about. All right, so let's have a look at this. We've got the Dow staged a late revival Friday, making a positive start. to the third quarter, underpinned by a jump in consumer stocks, offsetting a micron-fueled slip in chip stocks. Now, chip stocks are probably going to be a bigger issue in the future as well. It'll probably be a whole different episode, that one. Now, we talked about the market differences there, basically up 1%. Consumer stocks jumped 2%, helping the broader market claw its way out of negative territory intraday after home builders surged in investors' price in a less aggressive Fed hike in July. Yay! So we're probably going to talk about that. So cool. What else we got going there? Tech stocks, Micron Technology fell 3% after the chipmaker guided a fiscal fourth quarter sales below Wall Street estimates on signs of a softening demand there with the microchip there. Micron sharply reduced guidance, assumes a decline in DRAM and NAND due to a deteriorating end markets in what is typically a seasonally stronger period around the microchips. Here we're going to jump through some of this. Big tech ended well off session lows. So that's good for Microsoft and Meta, etc. The bond market was also dominating investors' attention. Treasury yields continued to slip after data showed a further deterioration on the economy. Manufacturing in May fell to a reading of 53, missing the consensus estimate of 54.9, marking the first decline since September. So we're seeing little cracks here in the economy. So we're going to keep eye on those too. We've got a few other topics there. We're going to jump through all of those. Yeah, those are all stock specific, so we're going to jump through that. So that's pretty much it. So, generally a good day in the office, but a few little cracks in the economy occurring, manufacturing, offset a bit by consumer. But we're going to keep looking at that as, talks of recession are coming up more and more. We're going to check that out. Let's jump over to the EU. EU agrees to tame Wild West with new crypto market rules. Now, you know what I think of this. The reality is that the crypto market's actually pretty small globally amongst markets. And of course, when they say Wild West, what are they actually trying to do? They're actually trying to control it rather than protect investors. So we're going to get into this. We got a little bit here. Cryptocurrency companies will need a license and customer safeguards to issue and sell digital tokens in the European Union. This is all about control. Under ground rules, new rules agreed by the bloc to tame a volatile Wild West market. So obviously, if you're in CeFi and things like that, it's going to apply to you. If you're doing, otherwise you can do decentralized, which is the future of crypto, right? We want decentralized as trustless as possible, where possible. Obviously, that's not a perfect world. We can't perfectly get that all the time. So that's where we want to be. And of course, a lot of places are unregulated from that point of view. So that's where I wouldn't be in a lot of these. Globally, crypto assets are largely unregulated, with national operators in the EU only required to show controls for combating money laundering. Representatives from the European Union, Parliament and EU states thrashed out a deal late on Thursday on its markets and crypto assets law, MICA. Today, we put order in the Wild West of crypto assets and set rules for a harmonized market, they say. A German centre-right lawmaker who led negotiations. The recent law fall in the value of digital currencies shows us how risky and speculative they are, and that is fundamental to the act. So what? Who cares? Who cares? What? So what? Big deal. It's not that big a market anyway, and who cares if it's got markets go up and down? Stock market does it too. We've got massive cycles going back decades, centuries. So it's just a bit ridiculous. Crypto markets have tumbled this year as investors worried about rising interest rates, leading to a collapse in the Terra USD stable and freezing to the withdrawals and transfers by major crypto firms Celsius Network and Voyage Digital. Bitcoin, the biggest token, has slumped some 70% since November, record 69,000, dragging down the overall market. So this regulation is not going to change any of that. It's not going to do anything to market cycles. It's just going to give control. That's all it's going to be doing. In fact, they're not actually going to be catching all the bad players. It's just regulating all the good players. All these laws always do that. Regulate the good players and never catch the bad players. The landmark regulation firms confirms the EU's role as a standard setter for digital issues. EU states, pat yourself on the back for passing some crap piece of law. Crypto asset service providers will have to respect strong requirements to protect consumer wallets and become liable in case they lose investors' crypto assets, they added. So that's probably going to be good in a few subset of cases, but then you've got to you're getting into the little details now of what's a good deal. I mean, look at I look at Library at the moment being taken on by the SEC. I mean, that's with Odyssey. That's a stupid play there. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. The new law will need formal rubber stamping by the European Parliament and EU states to become law, followed by an implementation period. It gives issuers of crypto assets and providers of related services a passport to serve clients across the EU from a single base. Holders of stable coins. Now, this is probably the more interesting stuff here. A type of a crypto designed to hold a steady value will be offered a claim at any time and free of charge by the issuer. With all stable coins supervised by the blocks, a banking watchdog there. So that's probably the only thing that I would be semi-comfortable. But as soon as you hand over power to these guys, you're in a dog's breakfast. You get political manipulation. We know how corrupt and politically manipulated these guys are at the moment, and they're all on one side of the camp, right? So it's not very good. Robert Kirchhoff, Secretary General of the Blockchain for Europe Lobby Group, that includes the major exchanges Binance and Crypto.com, said the rules were a mixed bag, adding that the group feared that stablecoins will basically have no ways to be profitable. So there we are. I agree with that. However, Coinbase, a major crypto exchange, said in a blog on Friday, the comprehensive new framework was exciting, providing regulatory certainty to the market and raising industry standards. Now, this is all, who cares what Coinbase thinks? That's just a complete load of, they're just playing the political game. And of course, the crypto is about decentralization, not centralization through exchanges. That's why we like decentralized exchanges. We don't want these guys here corporatizing crypto, man. We don't want it. These guys, you get all the problems that they bring. So uncool. A harmonized single set of rules for the entire EU will enable us to invest, accelerate, and scale our growth efforts across the entire block. Yeah, because you're getting a pat on the back. You're one of the privileged children that's going to get a pat on the back because you're going to say, yes, sir. 3 bags full, sir. That's what you're going to do. So, yeah, AFME said the rules would reduce fragmentation and underpin the development of a robust and well-functioning market. The market functions itself. Capital flows to the best products. That's what happens in markets. It doesn't need capital flows to the best products. So that's just the way it is. More clarity is needed, however, to ensure that the custodians of crypto assets are only in the hook in cases of negligence and misconduct, and not for events beyond their control, such as nation-state hack. Also the nation-state hack. So they're going to regulate the nations for not crapping up their economies. Why don't they regulate the United States administration for botching up the whole United States? When do you stop with this stuff? It's crazy stuff there. They got NFT compromise here. Many states have long opposed, including non-fungible tokens, digital assets representing objects from art to videos. But under pressure from EU lawmakers, Thursday compromise that foresees that NFTs will be excluded, except that they fall under existing crypto asset categories. Well, it's a good thing that they're excluded, but it also shows you how ignorant these guys are around crypto and what NFTs are capable of doing, good and bad. Brussels will assess within 18 months whether standalone rules are needed for NFTs. So obviously they're going to keep watch on that one. National regulators will be responsible for licensing crypto firms, but they will have to keep the EU security watchdog ESMA informed about large operators. This is no doubt going to pull them into operators into a lot more EU rules as well. I don't wish them well there. The United States and Britain, 2 major crypto centers, have yet to approve similar rules. So you got a bit of freedom from that point of view. Circle, the company behind major USDC coin, stablecoin, called the rules a significant milestone. Yeah, these are the big ones that are all going to get a pat on the back. Yeah. But the rest of us, we want to live in decentralized crypto, man. Honestly, that's where it's all the future's in. And of course, that's where we want to get involved in. While no comprehensive body of rules is perfect, it nonetheless provides practical solutions to issues other than jurisdictions are just beginning to grapple with. This is all about control. We don't need it in crypto. The market will allocate assets, accordingly. And of course, all we need is, as a community, is to help people get into the right assets, right? So there we are. Cool. There we are. So let's get into that's the stock market. So good news on the stock market today. Not so good news with the EU regulator on the most part. I mean, short course summit, a few of the protections might be quite good, but most of it's just about control. So a bit of a mixed bag there. Let's get into the crypto markets. We've got BTC sitting at 19,373, Ethereum there at 1068, and BNB at 217. And I would say that it's good to see the move up there with the stock markets as well. I really would like to see crypto, less correlated, but there we are at this stage. So the more players we get coming from traditional markets, the more similar behavior we'll get to the stock market as well. But it is still largely a speculative market, excluding, obviously good quality stable coins, although most of them, fluctuate around the peg too a little bit there. So cool. That's what we're seeing there at the moment. Not bad. Green, which gets us into the Hex pair. And of course, here we are at Hex is moving up here. This breakout, a trend reversal here is holding on. It's holding on. Oh my gosh, it feels like a kid that's trying to hold on to its mother. Feels like it's going to drop, but it's holding on there. Man, look at that. Hey, maybe a better analogy is more like a koala bear. If you've ever seen a koala bear, how it just holds on tightly when people are holding koala bear, it's a bit like that. We've got our 13-day EMA there holding up above the 50% Bollinger Band. That's our trend reversal signaling a rise there. Now, they happen different. They've got different structures, but essentially they generally, more often than not, will signify a trend reversal. This one here was quite a sharp one back here in April. And this one back here in March was, slightly softer than the one in April there, but that also was not too bad. Now, this one here took 1, 2, 3, 4 days before it kicked. 4 days before it kicked, and then went up. This one here was basically 2 or 3 days before this one kicked. It was quite a sharp one there. And of course, here we are so far. We crossed over. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days before we've started to see 2 green candles. We still have the gap though, so still signifying a trend reversal, but this one's a little bit shaky. But so far, so good. We've got the 2 green candles. Got the 2 green candles I talked about getting, and that looks pretty positive. We've also got the narrowing of the Bollinger Bands playing out. So far, this is still holding on, still signaling a trend reversal, but we would need some good green candles from here on to hold this up. Basically, that's where we're up to. So we got the EMA 13 at 4 cents, and the Bollinger Band still at 3.82 cents. So it's closed slightly since yesterday, but if we get some nice green candles, hopefully that will just fulfill this gap here that we've got for a trend reversal. And we've got the narrowing Bollinger Bands as well. That's pretty cool. Let's pull our overlay at the moment for Hex. Obviously, the lowest we got was down to 2.8 cents. We didn't quite make the 2.6 cents, 95% retrace based on my chart data here. And of course, we are back up here at this 3.9 resistance level. So if we pop over this, over 4 cents, and of course, as I said, if that trend reversal holds up, signal, it's like a signal, then we've got the chance to move higher here. So cool. We're also getting good news, obviously, around the stock market, and the crypto market's looking a bit more bouncy there at the moment, although under 20k, it's looking not too bad at this stage. Let's have a look at our other indicators. We've got the a DMI here, so the buyers here still tracking a little bit lower, so we'd like to see a pickup on this. We've got a green candle action at the moment, but like to see a bit of that. We've got sellers actually reducing, so that's a positive sign. Just need a little bit of a pickup, and away we go, I'm sure, on that one. And of course, finally, we've got our RSI. RSI here picking up here, so looking good there with the price action up to 42. So we've got plenty of room if we need to move higher there. Let me just put that in there. We're going to go bam like that. So we've got plenty of room to move higher. So cool. Just let me make that a gap there, so you know that that's the ambition there. All right, cool. So that's where we're at the stage. We're going to jump over to the quad charts. Before we do that, let's get into some of the chat there. Probably miles behind. I've still got Matt and Barley's morning team in the house. So they're cool. Man, I got quite far behind them. Rothko says globalism will lose. Yeah, there's a good argument for that. Rothko, it's probably another one for a geopolitical live stream. We should do one of those maybe. Hello, Hex Token, and everybody. Happy July. Happy July to you, Sandy Beach. Go to the All Blacks, says Matt. Are they playing? Matt? Man, I got to catch up on the All Blacks then and see what they're doing. New month set, new set of 2 weeks to launch, says Robson DM. Yeah, I'm not. We've still got a lot more work to do before then. I know someone posted something about launching in July in 2 weeks. Who was that did that? Someone did it on Twitter. Tangent did it. Tangent said on Twitter, I just can't see that. I just can't see that happening. That would be, I don't know if that's a good time exactly to launch, even if you could. But like, from my point of view, there's still got a lot of testing to do. They're rewriting the validator code, right, in Go. Even though that's basically kind of like a copy in a different language, they've still got to do testing on it and edge cases and just make sure they have done it perfectly. And Matt and Barley in the house there. Good to see Matt and Barley. Frosty Dog says maybe. You keep saying that, Frosty Dog. You keep saying that. That's funny. All right, so let's jump through some of these. I started my crypto, says RH hung out with Brian Welch from Corn. Okay, cool. KD's in the house there. Hey there, Hexagons. Good to see you, KD. And let me just turn off my my audio here. What else we got there? Crypto Tycoon. Yes, I think I read it in Discord. What else there? Rothko says launch continues to be delayed because RH wears a different watch every day. That isn't set, says Rothko. That might very well be there, Rothko. It might very well be. People Pirate in house says safe dry power to buy the Hex bottom at 1 cent or wait for Pulsechain, says Pulse Pirate. Yeah, well, still not out of the woods yet. So I think most people are still expecting to get that next move down, you know, for Bitcoin, maybe down to Richard's 11K there. So still think we've got one more leg down there. I was thinking around about the middle of July. So we'll see if that happens. Frosty says, Rip RH driving too fast. These things happen, says Frosty Dog. CT says, yes, I did. I didn't know if I missed you a birthday. Oh, right. Gen Hex says, woohoo, good to see us, Gen Hex. And July 23rd is Sandy Beach's birthday, but it's your birthday for the whole month, isn't it, Sandy Beach? Let's jump through that. What else? Frosty Dog says, I'm drunk. But I celebrate the whole month. Yeah, that's right. I thought you saw it. What else? Let's jump through some of these. Going through there. Hey, Brazology in the house there. Good job, Sandy. Kevin says government needs to keep the hell out. They agree with you on that one, Kevin. Hey, I've worked with quite a few of these kind of minded people, and if you've worked with any of them, you know what they. It's just horrible. I mean, I hate it. I hated it. They just you have to sit. You know. Yeah, it got to the point where I wasn't quiet about it. Let's put it that way. Frosty Dog says coming here for months and no insults were given. What's wrong with being a guy? Says Frosty Dog. Not sure what you're talking about there, Frosty Dog. You might want to have. Thanks, guys. Says Sandy Beach. Yeah, you're welcome. Let's do some of these. Scrolling. All I dream about is Hex, says Rothko. I like that. That sounds good to me. AP's in the house. Hey, sweet man. Good to see us, AP. Woo-hoo-hoo. People Pirate says a dream when I'm dreaming about dreams. That's probably true. All right, let's get into it. We've got the quad charts in the house. We've got Hex USDC, of course, is now just sitting under 3.9 cents. Can we get that breakout over 4 cents there as well? Hedron there at 736, so a really nice pump there. I know that that was quite exciting in Discord there. I think it was talking about that. We had James Bond was talking about that, about the good old Hedron price there. So good to see James Bond in the house there. Nice little pump, a Green Day pump there. The low was 555. Interesting, 555. How about that? Currently the high was 785, and it's currently 736 there. So Hedron having a good day. And in that structure, that's a pretty nice candle in that structure actually. So cool. Let's see how it gets on. What else we got going? We've got don't forget Hedron's got Icosa product coming up. Maximus, of course, like a boss, doing really well with social media. I encourage, if you want to, if projects are out there and they want to keep their social media, Maximus is doing a fantastic job of that. And it's nice to see Internet Money has followed pretty much on suit with that too. So big shout out to there. Don't forget, I've got Internet Money coming up tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow. Or the next day. That is the next day. Coming up, live stream. Again, the latest and greatest with Internet Money app coming up. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got 7.1 cents here on the Hex, but let's have a look at the premium. This is the big deal here. The premium Maximus has been pretty amazing. Now they've got upcoming is the base and the team token. All right, so they're just struggling to hold on to this extra premium here, but doing very well nevertheless, up at 80%, 81% there on the premium. And of course, they're trying to break out. We're trying to get this breakout into a new premium range, but it doesn't have to do it, of course. Any premium between 50 and 80% there is pretty impressive, which is what it's been doing there. But it has been creeping up there. And of course, the base team, the base is going to be a 12-month rolling Hex stakes. That's going to be amazing. Hex stake, I should say. And of course, the team token as well is coming out there too. So people are trying to price the team token because obviously it's made up of several components, some actual components and some potential components coming up. So people are trying to price that out. But of course, the base token, fairly easy to understand. 12-month rolling stakes there. So cool. The premium looking pretty good. Now that base token, of course, a lot of people will probably end up buying Hex with it. And of course, will we hit 150 million, get the 10% bigger pace, better bonus, all that sort of stuff in there. There is a bit of encouragement to do that. So that's going to eat up circulating supply for Hex as well. Super bullish all round. Bullish. And of course, the game theory seems to be setting the leadership in the game theory at the moment as well. Now, obviously, we've got Power City Flex coming up too. We're going to talk about that later, I think. So that's coming up also. In the space, eating up Hex circulating supply. Very nice. We like that. All right, let's jump over to PLSD. Now, obviously, Gunther is what did he talk about? Pumping the price at a certain time of the day. I'm not sure whether he did that, but the price has definitely gone up. So cool. And we're going to change our plane to green. Gunther is offline, and so we're going to change that to green there, and away, up, and away. So we're going up, and away with Gunther. And apparently, I think he was doing some market buys at some period of time. I guess he's done it in here somewhere. But it's currently up at $2.58. Let's watch this one. And, of course, we're counting down the launch phase with this as well. Now, new things coming out from the team, of course, deflationary and staking. And they were unknown before. And, of course, we've also got the scarcity play, the Gunther Whale Syndicate. And, of course, time is ticking away in the launch phase claim. So lots of things coming together there. Remember, it launched at $1 and it's $2.58 in a bear market, and a severe bear market at that. Those two pullbacks in Bitcoin were massive. And look at some of the casualties we've seen also in the crypto market as well with Terra Luna, Celsius, and others. So it really is a big day there. So boom. There we are. Let's keep watching this thing. Now, obviously, it's super speculative. It's and if any of those big whales decides to sell down, and empty the pool, as it were. Just remember that is always sitting there in the background. So just take note of that. All right, cool. There we are. That's what we got there in the BNB on the ETH charts. Let's have a look at the BNB. It's at 215, down 1%. So did they just go negative? They just did too while we were doing the live stream there. This is typical, isn't it? Welcome to crypto, folks. And let's go to the BNB tokens here. We're going to have a look at how Pulse Dodge is doing. Woohoo! It's still the same. It's still the same as yesterday. Come on, Pulse Dodge. You can do it, man. It's Pulse Dodge, the original. Yeah, so not Pulse Dodge coin, but Pulse Dodge, the original token. It is at 0.4 of a penny, just skimming along the bottom here. Not a lot of attention at the moment. And of course, they're going to have, when they get the Pulse chain, they're going to have NFT sales every day. I think it's 5 NFT in the auctions every day. And you'll need Pulse Dodge for that is the play there. But I'm not sure the use cases for the NFTs, but the artworks, all that little puppy stuff, all the little puppy stuff. I actually like it. Some people don't, but that's the way it goes. P33 is moving along there with free Pulse and the hot Pulse list there. That is at 18.35 cents. So actually, doing a little bit better than it was. But it's obviously if you paid all the way at the top here, I think it was $2.50. Yeah, $2.48 was the high. It's currently 18 cents. So welcome to crypto. That's the way it goes. And IM here was making a bit of a go. Off 465. Went all the way up to 934. Couldn't break 1,000. And now it is down to 578 again. It was building momentum, but it's broken now. It's broken down now. So that's the way it goes to on the BNB chain. So there we are, folks. That is our prices. That is it. We're about to get into Pulsechain next, and of course, Rack and Rochelle, Overwatch, Billionaire, and we're going to talk about that coming up. So hold on to your hats with that one. I've got my hat on, my Top Gun hat, so I'm holding on to that. Katie in the house, third. Jim says, ever dream about the clock alarm going off and then waking up to realize it's just another Sunday morning? That's pretty funny. Hex PLSD in the house there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Morning from Thailand. Hey, good to see you, Hex PLSD. Yep, Gunther was buying today. Woo-hoo-hoo, says Katie. Gunther flying high. Yeah. I didn't know if he knows he owns a big plane, but he does on this channel. That's his green plane there. That's we should actually put a label there. What if we can tag the label, like group the label there? Maybe I'll add that later on. Just for a bit of fun, really. All right, cool. Let's see if we can get the Hex over 4 cents. Come on, baby. You can do it. Push. I know some of you got your limit orders at 1 cent, but let's see how we get on. All right, cool. Let's jump over to Pulsechain. Now, let's not forget, we talked about Hex.com. If you haven't checked out Hex.com, check it out if you want a good certificate of deposit with potentially high returns there. Now, it's paid out in Hex. Obviously, you get US dollar volatility depending on the market conditions, but very bullish. Heading up towards 100,000 stakers, people that get the Hex, they stake it. And, of course, we're actually, I think, about 470,000 wallets in total history. I think we're seeing about 307,000 wallets in actuality at the moment. So a pretty big community, folks. Check it out, Hex.com. And, of course, you can see how to buy and stake there as well. Everything's on that site. Now, we're obviously Pulsechain's coming up. The same founder, Richard Hart, of course, founding Pulsechain. And, of course, it's pretty impressive about what they're going to be aspiring to do here. The first full system state copy of Ethereum. Yes, that's what I said. Full first system state copy of Ethereum, but it's going to be an upgraded with the validator code. It's going to move to proof of stake. It's going to be a pretty big deal, and that code is being upgraded as well outside of the code there. So in Go. So cool. It's going to be copied. Everything's getting copied over, and I'm not going to go through too much of these details because I have done this in many other videos. But basically, everything is getting copied over. The wallets, 300 million wallets. And of course, so we're access to all their tokens copied over, ERC20s, ERC721s, all that sort of stuff's getting copied over. They'll be called PRC20s, PRC721s when it gets over there. Now there'll be varying use cases. All you're going to have to do is add the Pulsechain to your MetaMask. It's pretty cool. It's going to be super fast and super cheap. So everything that you have on Ethereum. Now with the wallet, of course, you're going to own the keys to your coins. It's a layer 1. That's the first full system state copy of Ethereum. So it's going to be everything Ethereum is, and of course, cheaper and faster. It's going to have no pollution in the sense that it's going to be proof of stake and not proof of work or any hybrid like Ethereum is at the moment. The inflation, of course, unlike Ethereum, it's going to have zero inflation. In fact, it's going to have a deflation with the buy and burn 25% fees. So even Ethereum, even with their burn function, has net inflation going on there. So it's going to be pretty incredible. Everything's going to start off at zero price and get priced up by the market. So there'll be different things happening to different copies of tokens, depending on what they are and whether some teams will need to support their tokens to add value to them. Other tokens can survive just on their own, like Shiba. And of course, this gets speculated just like most crypto does. There's going to be a whole range of different types of tokens getting priced in at different valuations, depending on what's happening in that space. So it's going to be a lot of fun. PLS will be the native token. It's going to be pretty cool. There's going to be an official bridge, of course, Pulsechain, and that will be bridging stuff over from Ethereum. It's going to be pretty crazy like that. Now, we're going to be looking at cross-chain bridges later on the live stream. It's going to be pretty powerful as well. So we're not just going to have the main bridge, which is the most important, but we will have a lot of cross-chain bridges as well to other chains. It's going to be fun. And, of course, trading there with Pulsex as well. Pulsex as well. So that's going to have the PLSX token, and that's deflationary with a massive buy and burn. Could be very well the first super DEX as well. So we're going to stay tuned for that. So in summary, first full system state copy of Ethereum, never been done before. Basically the biggest crypto airdrop in crypto history, and I'm sure all of you want to be a part of that. And secondly, potentially the biggest yield farm in crypto history with Pulsex, and possibly the first super DEX, challenging the value of the native chain and also the value of centralized exchanges. And of course, we just saw that regulation in the EU, probably a good time for the expansion of decentralized networks and exchanges. And then number 4, the big one, the official Pulsechain bridge. And of course, that's going to bring in stable coins and of course, other ERC20s copied over, paired up with their PRC accounts as wrap tokens, and of course that way the whole system will start pricing up, in addition to what we've got a mechanism called the AMM bot that's going to run and create all those pools and Pulsechain. And of course you're going to see yield farmers come over by the multitude. It's going to be a lot of fun to see that play out. All right, let's get into it. So that's all coming up, folks, with Pulsechain. That's a bit of an overview. Check out to find out more on pulsechain.com. And of course, we've got the testnet running. Currently, V2B is the third testnet running at the moment publicly. There's also another testnet of V3 that's running privately with the team. So that's pretty much how it's going. 3-second block times, as promised. Maybe 4 times faster, and potentially it could be several hundred times faster, depending on what they do in the future there. So cool. And you can see it just ticking along there. Lots of fun there on the Block Explorer. We've also got the validators, of course. You'll be able to stake your Pulse, your PLS. Of course, if you haven't got any, you have to buy it. Now, Pulse was given out through a sacrifice between the 15th of July and the 4th of April this year. So 15th of July last year and 4th of April this year. And, of course, if you want to get Pulse, you're going to have to buy it. This is the way it is. It's going to be in big demand, the native token of Pulsechain. This is the way it is. Anyway, so you can stake your PLS with validators if you want. There will be other alternatives, of course. So cool. Also, there's the Pulse bridge there. That is where the main bridge there going to be able to bridge between Ethereum and Pulsechain. Going to be pretty badass. Going to be pretty cool. And of course, that's going to be the fastest way to mass adoption. So it's going to be incredible to see all that play out on one chain launch. That's going to be phenomenal. We've also got Pulsex as well. Pulsex, the biggest, potentially the biggest yield farming. And of course, that's going to be a lot of fun there as well. It's going to have a lot more features on it too over time, like limit orders and things like that, no doubt. And lots of third-party staking pools, one-sided staking pools, no impermanent loss issues there. And a lot of people want to airdrop their tokens in that form. But we all have liquidity, and we all have yield farming, and we'll have that big magical buy and burn that I told you about. $1 billion of trading volume equals around about $700,000 of buy and burn a day. Unbelievable pumpamentals there. So pretty exciting for that. That is a big quick overview of Pulsechain. Why did we go through that? Because many of you may have come across Pulsechain, not familiar with it. And of course, we wanted to keep that up day after day until Pulsechain launches. Good to get the word out to you so you can get used to it. And of course, here's the real reason as well. We've got Rack and Rochelle, a billionaire, and of course, major investor in PulseX, Pulsechain, and of course Hex. And Rack and Rochelle has announced something today on Twitter. Pretty exciting. OMG, that's all I'd be getting excited about this. This is absolutely amazing. Now, we did a video a couple of days ago over 100 projects of mixed quality, but over 100 projects already being built on Pulsechain. And of course, we're expecting hundreds more probably, but by the time Pulsechain actually does launch, there's probably going to be enough time for that. But it's pretty exciting there. We've got Rack and Rochelle here, the billionaire, of course, with Overwatch. Ambition to be one of the biggest venture capital firms in the world. And of course, Pulsechain is a massive avenue for that because crypto allows you to price up assets pretty crazy, unlike any other markets in the world. So it's pretty awesome stuff there. Let us just jump out of there. So we've got a Fiat Onramp and a coin ranking site are now being vetted there for the Pulsechain network. Woohoo! Now we've been talking about Fiat Onramps. That's we've had that in our models that we've had on this channel. And of course, this is the one with a big question mark over it. And of course, this is what Rackham's looking at as well. Now, no doubt there's going to be other forms of Fiat on-ramps, via centralized exchanges, which is kind of, unfortunate in some ways. Obviously, with the Europe laws and things like that, there could be question marks around that. But Fiat on-ramps looking really exciting. And of course, a coin ranking site as well are being vetted. So obviously, there are a few other little competitors in the coin ranking site space, but having one that's going to list all the PRC20s and things like that would be pretty impressive as well. So we're expecting a bit of that. I know Nomex was talking about doing that. We've got another one there. I think it was Pulse Ramp or something. There was another just Pulse Pad, I think it was, had a rank site, I think. So there's a few others there. Site are now being vetted for the Pulsechain network contingent. It's very important there, contingent on legal and compliance. Obviously, with venture capitalists and their legal requirements, they're not in the Wild West. They have to make sure the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted legally. We cannot stay at the mercy of other coin ranking sites again. Obviously, Hex in particular, the first one there, now over 2.5 years old, so should not be gatekept, right? And like I said, heading towards 100,000 stakers, over 300,000 wallet holders. I mean, why is that being gatekept? This is logical, right? And of course, it's still being gatekept on page 3 of Coin Market Cap and things like that, and CoinGecko. So the two bigger ones. So very important that that's not the case. It's not on Nomics. Nomics, it's ranked reasonable. I mean, there's pros and cons regarding market caps, but other than that, I think it's ranked reasonably on there. And of course, improper corporate conduct breeds your future competition. So super bullish here. So this is what we're talking about. Fiat Onramp from Rack and Rochelle there. Coin ranking site, pretty awesome there. And up and to the right. Do you like that? I like that too. Up and to the right. The next thing, of course, we had 13 hours ago. It's this or Clay Collins there can let me take an equity stake in Nomics Finance. So we can take on a few other industry giants. Clay, you're going to love my domain name if it works out there with Clay there. So a bit of a reaching out there. And when I stated if it works out, I was referring to trying to obtain a certain domain tech. It's a long shot, but it's a great domain name there, says Rack and Rochelle. Someone, Krypton says, will it be audited? Rack and Rochelle says, if we are involved, it would have to be. We are in multiple markets, and certain actions trigger non-compliance if you are in a completely different market. When you deal with financial instruments, it becomes a very complex quickly. Audits are quite necessary, in my opinion. KG even got in there from Internet Money wallet there, which is going to be a native wallet on Pulsechain. This is perfect. Internet Money is looking for a Fiat Onramp integration, so a big shout out there as well. Might as well give a few hearts there. Jeremy Blunt says, anything you'd like to see the community do to help you and your team? I love that. I love that sentiment. That's what we like. You rock, man. But no, if they find the information out themselves and they spread the word themselves, then I'm perfectly fine with it. Richard Hart wins, asked people not to market to the Pulsechain network. Paraphrase, of course, and we agree. We market outside the community. Cool. Ranking sites are important. Yeah, they certainly are. Power City even chimed in here. Thank you again for all you do for us. Great news to share out within the community. Absolutely. So cool. Fit to Lift says, Rakam looked to PulsePad, and I think that's what we were talking about earlier, because they had a coin ranking site going to launch on Pulsechain, but it was up for a while, and I haven't seen much for it for 2 months. I will look it up and see if I can help you. Thank you, says Rakam. So we even got Fiat IO in there. Obviously, a fork of Aave Fiat IO. They're chiming in. Do it. Yeah, I agree with that one. So a few of the big teams in Pulsechain already pretty happy with that. So cool. So some good stuff happening there. But of course, that's a good place to finish there. I don't think that's probably where we're at there. So we've talked about this is pretty amazing, pretty exciting stuff here from Rack and Rochelle. Fiat Onramp and coin ranking. So this is beautiful. It's like pulling all the pieces of the puzzle together for the ultimate Pulsechain launch, and I'm so excited about it. Remember, we got 2 ways. Imagine Pulsechain launching. It's a closed system, but as soon as you add fiat gateways and you add official blockchain bridges, primarily to Ethereum and then cross-chain bridges, you have those two, it becomes an open system. And of course, you've seen Richard talk about the official bridge, how excited he is about the fastest way to mass adoption, and of course connects Ethereum and Pulsechain directly. Obviously load sharing, but also value transfer, and of course pricing up the markets on Pulsechain. But then you've got the other thing. You've got fiat gateway coming in from fiat currencies into and out of the Pulsechain. We don't have to go via the bridge and then out through Ethereum, through say 7-8 steps or however long it will take you to get out. You can go directly in and out of the system, and that helps with velocity of crypto flow, capital flow as well. So we've got the official blockchain bridges, cross-chain bridges coming in, and of course that fiat gateway. So really exciting to see this kind of stuff happening. Really cool. Obviously, coins ranking sites, we want to get all those PRCs ranked. Maybe we might end up with 2 or 3 coin ranking sites, but having a coin ranking site dedicated to Pulsechain tokens, awesome, because then we can market hardcore, right? And we block out Coin Market Cap, we block out CoinGecko. We don't have to use it so much, right? Because we're in decentralized land, right? Those guys are still very set into centralized land, right? With margin trading and all that sort of stuff. So we're starting to separate into the future. As soon as people get more educated about crypto, they leave, unless they're margin trading, they leave these these centralized exchanges are behind. They start moving into decentralized land once they get educated, and that's part of our role as well, educating around that. So it's very exciting, man, really exciting. So there's big news. Fiat Onramp and coin ranking site. The next thing, of course, is we've already talked about this the other day. Only the other day, Rackham started announcing, this is when he kicked it off, that Overwatch partners and everything blockchain are fully committed to the Pulsechain network and community. We currently have 2 projects underway. And of course, yes, it's an exchange and encrypted comms there. So we've got this in addition. So really, he's building out this whole suite of awesomeness, which is going to add critical value to the chain. So very excited to see that as well. So we've got obviously we've got this EB exchange here, stock and cryptocurrency trading platform. Very excited to see that. Of course, integrated blockchain and legacy bridge exchange, enhancing blockchain, combating fraud, and obviously greener blockchain. And I've got a little interface there. So it's pretty exciting. In addition to that, of course, they've got this security as well, government level security for everybody with EB control. Your data, your control forever. And I think that will probably be pretty useful too. Desktop, mobile, email, simple to use. So simple is good, man. So pretty excited about this as well, especially in this current climate, right? So very cool. And that's them having a little breakfast, business breakfast under there. So excited to see all this stuff here. What's that? 4 things I had on there. Exchange, security, Fiat Onramp, and coin ranking site. Excited. And of course, I think there'll be plenty of time to get a lot of that stuff up and running. So cool. So that's from Rack and Rochelle. Now I wanted to extend this topic just a little bit further into Power City because I think this is pretty important. And we've got Power City obviously put this out yesterday, I think it was. This is a comment by somebody in the community, Pulse Jesus. Once people find Power City, it's going to be a quiet scene when they figured out what they've built for Pulsechain, Hexkins, and the rest of the crypto community. This is the first in crypto, and we're still just getting started to join the Power City family. So this picture here, it's really important. So we talked about the official bridge, which Richard's team's building. And of course, we're going to have other bridges, cross-chain bridges coming in. And of course, if you've used cross-chain bridges to maybe go from Ethereum to Polygon, to Ethereum to BSC, to Avalanche or anything like that, Phantom, then you well know how important bridges are. And the bridge technology has only really matured in the last, 9 months. Last 9 months, the bridge maturity. There used to be a lot of problem with bridges, a lot of hacks as well. A lot of spending limit issues. If you had unlimited spends, a lot of traps like that as well. But there were also a lot of problems, really sluggish, getting lost, funds getting stuck in between transfers and all sorts of stuff, if you're familiar. Now, most of them are pretty fluid, pretty seamless. And of course, to get our own cross-chain. So not just the official Pulse ramp going over to Ethereum, but having cross-chain swaps as well coming in from Power City. So we're getting really cool stuff. This is what we want, man. This is the high-quality coding, high-quality functionality that we need in Pulsechain. So it's really getting exciting. This delay has probably worked out for the best, to be honest. Not just with market conditions, but with teams building really cool products. And of course, billionaires like Rack and Rochelle bringing in a whole suite of what I call super applications for Pulsechain. We get a lot of. We went through those over 100 projects that are on Pulsechain at the moment on the Pulse News site. Of course, you can get the access to that on our Discord. But there's a mixed bag of quality in those, right? So it's great to see we've got high quality, we've got sort of a middle quality, and we've got low quality, right? This is the way it's going to be in anything. But we're getting more high quality products like this and more high quality partnerships and developments coming into the market. So it's looking good, man. I'm excited about that. All right, so cool. That is that. And of course, finally, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Crypto Heartbeat and Rags to Riches. They've got their new project coming out here, Declare Your Independence Project Reveal on July the 4th at high noon Central. And of course, that's with Rag to Riches as well. Special announcement, Pulsechain coming up there. So that's coming up. We'll be interested to see what that's all about. It's going to be fun. Cool. They've got a little website there too. I'm going to post copy of the link to that tweet in the chat there if you want to catch up on it. Very nice. All right, so big shout out to Crypto Heartbeat and Rag to Riches for that. So it's probably going to be pretty cool. I think someone did say something a little bit about it yesterday, but haven't been up to date with that for sure. All right, we're going to jump on to Hex Daily Stats next. Before we do that, let's jump into the chat there and see where I got up to because I have no idea where I was at the moment. All right. We got a couple of more comments in the house. So what else we got there? Hex Hodls. I think that's it. Did we get up to here? I think so. Oh, wait a minute. Katie's in the house there. Cape Figure? No, I think we got the Cape Figure. Gunther Flying High. We definitely talked about that. Purple Pirate in there. Is it possible for PLSX to surpass Hex price? PLSX to surpass Hex price there. At the moment, yeah, sure, Purple Pirate, sure. Gaming Evening Gang says Cape Figure. Hey, good to see you, Cape Figure. Rothko and house there, clap. I'm market buying more PLSD at 8 p.m. Eastern time. PLSD for the win. Yeah. I think that was the comment too, Gaddy. Thanks for that. Get Hex in the house as well. Good to see Get Hex. Hex Hoddle says Yahoo lists Hex properly for the boomers who use it. Lol says Hex Hoddle. Thanks for that. That's a good I didn't know that. That's really cool. Hex is fun, says DBQ, it certainly is. The PLSD just shut up, did it? Let's jump back to that quickly on our quad charts there. Bam. Well, there it is, $2.65. Yeah, boy. Come on, Hex, you can do 4 cents. Hex PLSD definitely on the rise there. The whales at play. We might have to actually check out that quickly before we get into Hex daily stats. Let's go to the Pulse Dodge. Let me just jump out of some of these sites here, just close down some of those. And let's go to Pulse Dodge. Let's have a quick look at the details, the deets as it were. We're going to go to BAM, and we're going to go BAM. And let's go up there. So we've got 3,039,000 Pulse Dodge coins. Remember, the maximum could be 12, but I think it's going to probably end up 6 million or just under 6 million. Maybe there'll be a late charge. 15,233 holders at the moment. And a contract there. How many people have claimed? 2,330. So it's probably about 1 in 4 people have claimed there. Let's look at the holders here. The whales, 210, 100. They look pretty similar, don't they? 64, 54. Maybe one of these has gone up a little bit there, possibly. 40k there and 30 there. So a little bit of movement. Still looks pretty steady. Transfers. We see the claims in here. Got a few claims going on in the last. Actually, there's quite a lot of transactions on at the moment, which is probably not surprising given the price is moving up. So it's cool. Let's have a quick look at the number of days left in the actual launch phase. Let's scroll down to the days left. 27 days left, and the whales are already trying to get a price move on. Are they trying to create some W in there? Is that what they're trying to do? Airdrop claim, 27 days to go. All right, let's see how we get on. That's the results at the moment. Yeah, cool. $2.65 was down here at $2.08. So that's a pretty nice mad gain in a couple of days, right? In fact, you could have made that every day because look, it's gone down to that level 3 days in a row, and down to about $2.10 or so. So that's on the up and up. So cool. Let's have a quick look at the full chart and see what that looks like so far. That is the chart so far, folks. And of course, we've got some pretty extreme. We had a high, $5.67 is the extreme high there with that spike. But otherwise, if you look at these closes here, $4.20, kind of the level there. Let's see if they can get this sort of a W gun or something. Away we go. Cool. I like it. Thanks for that there. Rock to the moon, says PLSD. Absolutely. What else there? We're going to jump through a few of these. GetX says it's an exchange or on-ramp and a coin market cap site in one. No, I think he's looking for separate solutions, but he may integrate them. Just never know. Jump through some of those. What else we got there? Just jump through some of those. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get on to Hex Daily Stats. A little pause there. Just I was reading some of those chats there. How are we doing for time? We're doing well. Okay, cool. All right, so we're now on day 943 of Hex. Heading up to 1,000 days is the next level. Hex is over 2.5 years, so it's getting pretty mature, as I say. Day 943, so we're on day 942. These results just come up hot off the press, the 1st of July, 2022. And we've got a price up 5.9%. Yay! Rock on. We like to celebrate when we can celebrate. So there we are. Break out the champagne. Sandy Beach, break out the champagne. 3.8 cents there, almost 3.9. Cool. Now, this is the cool thing. We've been following this trend, just particularly the last 10 days. We've had hardly any penalties, relatively speaking. So that's pretty interesting. People are just like, okay, at this price level, this kind of sentiment, it's just like, cool, I'm just going to keep my stakes in play. I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to burn my stakes, emergency in stake. I'm not going to burn my big paydays. I'm not going to, there's not that sort of thing going on. We've had pretty close to the base amount, apart from the day 934 there in the last 10 days. Pretty interesting stuff. I pointed out this yesterday again, but that's pretty interesting to me. It's kind of a bullish feature so far. Obviously, if we get some severe movements, we get that third leg down, possibly, we get see the correlation of Hex. Maybe people will get their 1 or 2 cents. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that play out so far. $889 for a T-share, up 16, which is actually a pretty decent day. So we had 3 dot days, but we've actually had some decent days increasing the T-share rate. We've had 10, 18, 13, and 16. Those are pretty decent days with a T-share rate increase, 22,880. And this is part of the magic sauce in Hex. So if you're new to hex.com, you're wondering what's some of the special features. Well, the T-share rate is one of those things you should understand. It is a very powerful mechanism, and it achieves a couple of different things. We're not going to go through that now, but that's definitely check out the T-share rate there. The average stake length there, 6.6 years, up slightly. Annual percentage yield rate, which is a compounding methodology, interest or inflation. So you get paid the inflation like Bitcoin. The miners get paid the inflation, but here in Hex, you get paid the inflation, which is really cool. Mentioned in-stake penalties there, and of course is the combined of that. So like I say, the penalties have been relatively low lately, and of course that's a good sign in terms of people keeping their stakings, keeping their responsibilities, and perhaps a sign of just a bullish sign for the Hex as well. 38.85% there is the rate. Liquidity in the pool, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! We've been watching this hardcore. 198.6 million was yesterday, and of course we've been as low as 111.8 million in the last 10 days, and here we are. We've gone down quite significantly, about 20 million Hex there to 178. Now obviously we have the market prices go up a bit, but we also have changes in liquidity, so you got to take that into account as well. So we see change in liquidity there. We do see that on the whale bot, which I haven't pulled up, and we might pull the whale bot up there as well. And maybe that's a good time to look at that. We've got over 1,000 ETH there, and the pool up there in USDC has gone up. What's that? 700, just over 700,000 US dollars compared to yesterday. So that's cool. Let's have a look at the whale bot quickly. I'm not sure how many transactions we've had. Not too many in the last 24 hours. We had a stake come out, so we're not going to talk about that. We had the 3 point. We talked about this yesterday. That's a 7.3 million Hex bought. We had 66 million Hex stake for 10 days. One of those short stakers. Now we have got the big stakes coming out today. If I remember rightly, we had the today and tomorrow, I think it was, the big stakes. 11.6 million Hex just bought for 450,000. This is now I don't know whether this is a trader or not, so let's jump in and see whether Hexycat or someone's going. Hexcat's got let's go. Oh, we haven't got our friend in there with the commentary. Normally that's quite good, so there's no commentary in there, but that is cool. So nice big buy there. Don't know what kind of player that is, speculator or an investor. So just no commentary there on that one. That's it, pretty much it. So cool. That's what we want to see, right? We want to see this sort of buying here coming into play. So if we go into look into Hex, man, I'm having fun with this. It's so much fun today. We're just going to keep going. There's so much good news happening in the midst of the bear market. It's pretty fun to have this sort of news here. We're going to go up to, let's actually look at the buy, the ask and bids there. 66% bid and 33.8% ask there in the pools. We're going to jump down to the calculator here. What we ended up yesterday, we needed, what was it, 6 million yesterday. Let's go 5, 500, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's way too much money. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's too much too. So less than $5 million to get to 10 cents is what we're at the moment. Should I actually try and do it? 800, 1, 2, 3. Got to get rid of that comment again. Bad practice on my part. Yeah, so what do we got there? 10.4, so not even that much. So let's go 10.5 million, 4.5 million. So yeah, so just over 400. Let's go 450. I like to be exact. You know me. 1, 2. Oh, that's gone way awry there. 4. What I say? 5, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so just over 4.5 million there. to get 10 cents. So if we get a few more of these $500,000 buys, that's not too bad, right? So 9 more of these would give us $500,000 there. No, 4.5 million. So we need 9 more of these buys to get to 10 cents. How about that? That's a good way of perspective. Cool. All right, let us jump away from there. That's the whale bot. So positive whale bot today too. We've had a lot of good news today. We've got good stock market news. We've got the market's holding up okay. I mean, it's a little weak there, but it's generally okay. We've got the charts holding up, doing reasonably well today in the old Hex Pulsechain ecosystem. We've got bullish news from Rack and Rochelle, like super bullish news, and we've got nice news coming from Crypto Heartbeat coming out. So things are looking pretty good. We've got good staking happening with the Hex stakers at the moment, and of course the price up. So pretty good news. I like it, and a nice big whale buy. That always helps. So cool. What else have we got going? We've got 10 T-shares down 13,700, and we're down currently at 10,400,000. This is going to be an interesting number to watch over the next day or two with those big stakes coming out. We might as well quickly pull those up too. While we're at it, we are going thorough today, man. We're not mucking around on this channel today. We're not having cups of tea. No, we are. We're having cups of coffee. Coffee. I'm not having cups of tea. Having a coffee here. It's cold. It's cold. Yeah, horrible. I'm going to have to go to the cafe now. Now, there is a Hex skin down at the cafe, so I'm going to go hang out with the cafe there. All right, so cool. Let's string this out here down to the end of the year. I'm going to that's special founds fix there. All right, what happened there? What happened with that? Okay, looks like have they gone both out? Have they? What did I do there? Did I do something wrong? Anyway, I can't see them. What's happening there? I'm going to have to refresh and reboot. I bet you the conversation in the chat. I haven't looked at the chat, but I bet it's about Rack and Michelle's buy on the market. That seems to be at this stage. Let me just go on here. All right. Let's try this one more time. Is that going to do it? Am I going to do it right? I don't know. They're both gone out now. I don't know. That's bizarre. I'm a bit confused by that. Oh well, it's hard doing it on live stream sometimes, but don't get to do all the extra checks. Anyway, so we had 2 big candles, the second and the third. So I'm sure they haven't come out yet. So I'm not sure what's happening there. All right, so cool. We'll talk about that tomorrow. In any case, let's scroll back here. We've got the total stake coins there, 9.43% of Hex stake there. Penalties, like I say, not quite 1 million. 963,000, so not too bad. But look, that's been pretty low. Apart from day 934, we had 4 million. Otherwise, it's been pretty low there. That's a little bit of a bullish sign. It doesn't mean that we're invincible to the pullback in the markets, like that next pullback in Bitcoin, for example. But certainly is pretty bullish generally. We've got what do we got here? The stakes up 65, so that's good. Sorry, can't hold it up 65. We've got 305,000. I said 307,000 the other day. That was just a quick memory reference, but 305. They commit that to memory there. And of course, stakers up 49, which is a good day in the office for stakers. And we're at 97,256. Now, as I always say here, we should be out promoting whatever way you want to do it every day if you can. If not once a week or once a month, just get out there and spread the word about Hex and Pulsechain and get onto it. So that's the way we go. We pulled up these numbers, folks. And what a good price entry for Hex at the moment after the major pullback. We know that prices go through big cycles. We know that Hex has got a number of different features that have played out over the last 2/3 of the year, including the Pulsechain sacrifice, the Pulsechain sacrifice, the Pulsechain testing, delays from mid-late May, recoding in the test and the code and all that sort of stuff. We've got lots of special things happening. So, but there we are. Look at that. So non-stop stuff happening there. And of course, 470,810 holders have had Hex there. 305,000 at the moment, so pretty big community. Good time to spread the word for sure. Woohoo! Rock on. So that's pretty much it, folks, on the Hex daily stats there. Day 942, and of course we're now into day 943. And of course we've already got some penalties in there today at the moment. 295, not surprising. Probably over the next couple of days we could see some different numbers with all those big stakes coming out. Although it wasn't showing up on my calculator there, but definitely coming up there. Maybe we could try Hex.vision. Try Hex.vision, maybe that will have the candles. I'm not sure what happened to the candles on the other chart though. I'm going to jump through some of these comments as well. Kate Burger says Hex almost back to 4 cents. Great to see. It definitely is great to see. Stake Hex says, I'm very interested to find out what Hex price will be on both chains launch. Yeah, a lot of people are interested in that. Obviously, bonded liquidity is going to link them together. Goku's in house with the fire. Love that, Goku. What else we got going on there? Goku's in there. Let's Goku in there. Let me just find Goku in there. You can't, yeah, we've got a family channel, so you can't do that sort of stuff. I'm going to remove that message. What else we got there? Hex Pulse Dodge, thanks, true, but not the case. PLSD, we're looking at least $10,000 a coin eventually and just take little profits as we go. Cooper says, can't remember if I sacrificed for Pulse City, so I did it again, says DB. That's funny, DB Cooper. That is funny. Is there any way to add the token icon to MetaMask wallet? Are you talking, which one are you talking about? The what token? I don't know if they've issued anything on Pulsechain, actually. I don't know the testnet there. Otherwise, you could import it as a token if you knew the contract address. Is that actually on PulseX? Let me have a look. I don't remember. Let's have a look. What token? Wait for it has to populate first. We've got a what token there. I thought we did have what token on there, but maybe I'm wrong. I can't see it there on the leader list anyway. Let's go to Pulsechain testnet tokens. I'm not sure if it's on this one. Let's go to sure. Oh, I don't know which one. If it is, I can't remember whether they actually issued one on here for that actually. I don't know. Can't see it. Obvious there. Yeah, I can't actually remember if they've done a testnet version. I think they have, haven't they? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have. They did a liquidity pool one video. All right, so let's jump away from there. We're going to get into the stakes here. We've got the staking at the front here, 27th here. So it's probably in this bundle here. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Didn't work for me last time, so it's supposed to work, but doesn't for me for some reason. All right, cool. Well, maybe I'll pull it up on the second live stream. How about that? Rather than me dilly-dallying and mucking around. That is cool where we are. Don't forget, if you haven't joined our Discord, links in the video description. Of course, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell as well. We've got good information, useful links here on all the different sites. I mean, it really is crazy good. Pulsechain, Hex, everything, man. We've got not everything yet because I've still got a lot more sites to put in there, but we've got pretty much a ton of the good stuff in there. So check it out. Covering everything in there. Also, short videos there on Pulsechain Bridge if you want to practice on that, and PulseX tutorials for the exchange. Now, Richard does say to practice on these before Pulsechain launches so that you're up to scratch. And of course, if you like new Pulsechain projects, you can get into new project chains there if you want to talk about new projects on Pulsechain. Otherwise, if you're just in the Richard Hart tokens community, get into the chat there as well. Also, a new tokens links there. So if you want new tokens, there is some new tokens links there, as well as Pulsechain Sacrifice details, Pulse Hot List as well, and of course Pulsechain News with over 100 projects on there. So there's everything in there. If you want to get access to that, join us. Come join us. Yeah, and so cool. All right, nice. Let's jump away from there. We're going to get into the final comments here, and I'm going to jump over to the 4 quad charts here at the moment. Hey man, that plane has to go a bit higher because it looks like they're on the move. Cool. What else have we got there? Easy's in the house. Hey, woo! Good to see Easy. I love that chant. That's pretty neat. We're up to Hex PLSD says, I have no liquid Hex, all staked out. You don't even worry about the price. Crypto Coffee did a good stream the other day regarding staking. Stake Hex PLSD. Easy says, Gunther lol, that guy, what a hyper pumper. Yeah, definitely pumping there. DB and the Cooper says, I'm referring to adding Power City token icon to my MetaMask wallet. Yeah, me too. I was talking about that. Some sacrifices you can add the icon, but not the amount. We're waiting for the launch. Okay, I haven't actually seen any example of that, DB. Let me know on the Discord on that one. Shaji says, Counter, is that you? To Hex PLSD, that's funny. What's up, Hexkins? Hey, Tin Top. What's up? Good to see you, Tin Top. We got the classic laughs on there. That was pretty funny from Briz. Yeah, it's 100% says Briz. That's funny. All right, so smash those likes, says Katie. Absolutely smash those likes. Yeah, there for sure. And what else have we got there? GR8's in the house. Hello, everybody. Just bought a laminating machine. So if you need your seed phrase done, hit me up. I'm not sure what that. I don't know if we want that sort of stuff in the house there. GR8. People have got to protect their seed phrases there. What else there? Seed phrase, don't hit me up. Don't hit me up. Don't hit me up. If you need your seed phrase done, don't hit me up. That's kind of a weird comment there, to be honest. It's not even in my chats, is it? All right. What else there? Hex all there's laughing out there. Hex PLSD dumper. What else there? Ali and Hackett's arrived. You are all safe now. We appreciate that. Chris Psych. Was it Psych? You told me the other day. Psych die fix is in the house there. Hi, man. Hey, good to see you, Chris. Thank you, Ellen. Yeah. It was a joke. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. GR8. Yeah, sorry. You know how sensitive we are about seed phrases and scammers, so it's probably not surprising. Kate Figure says, "Don't give anyone a seed phrase ever." Yeah, that's all right. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not probably one of the best jokes there. GR8. All right, side effects. Yeah, side effects. Yeah, thanks, Sandy Beach. I knew you were going to help me. I knew it. You can have my seed phrase, but not my passphrase. Yeah, this is excellent. Side effects. Okay, I got it. Side effects. I got it. Oh, side effects. I feel like I'm in Twilight Zone. Side effects. Let's just keep taking a deep breath. Yeah. All right, so cool. Let's have a little break here. We're going to hear from talking about security. Let's hear from Richard Hart. Have a little break.
So there is no such thing as perfect security. Perfect security, you have a ratio between the amount of effort you put into being secure and the amount of effort that people are using to attack you. And then you have what's called attack surface. The more places that you have to secure, the less secure a thing is. Hex was more easy to secure than a lot of things because it has a limited number of functions, and most of those functions timed out. So for instance, if there was a flaw in the referral program, that doesn't exist anymore. So it doesn't matter. If there was a flaw in the adoption amplifier, it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't matter. And so by restricting the number of functions and making the code immutable so that it can never change, it allowed us to be extremely secure, which is why we've never had an inflation bug. We're extremely resistant to inflation bugs, but Bitcoin's had several inflation bugs. Monero's had inflation bug. XLM's had an inflation bug. Ravencoin's had an inflation bug. Coins have inflation bugs, which basically means you can mint as many free coins as you want all the time, but my coin doesn't. It's a superior design. Now, Pulsechain, we're using the most secure software that's out there already, which is Ethereum. It's never had an inflation bug. And we're fixing a lot of things. The code that is Ethereum isn't perfect, and we're making it better than what we got.
All right. Stake Hex says, Superman makes an excellent point about promoting Hex. If you know about a great thing, tell others. Yeah. And we've had the big price pullback, so it's a pretty good entry level as well. Alan Hex says, in through the bong, out through the nose, says Alan. Funny. All right. Chris says, did you see Richard's post with Corn? Yeah, people talk about that earlier there, Chris, earlier in the live stream, I think. Those shades are lit. Yeah, they are lit. That's what I like about them. They're so cool. All right, we're coming up an hour and 15. I think that's a pretty good time to wrap up. Woohoo! Rock on. And don't forget to subscribe. Oh, that's what I wanted to say to you. You know how we were sitting on, we're trying to hit up to 4,800 subscribers, and we were like 4,799, and we went back down to 4,798, then down to 4,797. I was like, what the heck? And of course, we hit 4,800 today. So congratulations, everybody. Appreciate the subscriber and the support big time. 4,800. So if we maintain this onwards to 4,900 is the next target there. And of course, with the big 5,000, that'd be pretty cool. We're going to have a bit of a party for that. And we're also going to have a party for the 5555. And we hit that. Now, not Prozology, but just brain freeze. A Belliot brand. Yeah, there we are. Came to me eventually. Belliot brand is basically almost at 5555. So I'd love to point that out because I love the 5555 number. No kidding, no kidding. And then, of course, 554. Oh, my gosh, he's so close. 554. So he must be, like I say, about 10 away or something. pretty crazy stuff there. Wow, wow, wow. Now, if you haven't subscribed to Gen Hex 903, heading towards 1,000, does great panel shows on Saturdays, actually, Saturdays American time. And Brazology there, 468 subscribers. Smash out the subscribe button for Brazology. Obviously, a huge community member and does some great artwork as well. Definitely get into that big time. And Heinz Crypto sitting 701. It's really good to help the channels get up to that 1,000 mark. And I'm sure they'll appreciate it too. But Belliot Brand heading towards 5,505 subscribers. That is pretty cool. Just hit the channels tab there if you want to subscribe to some of them. And of course, getting very close. Must be like 10 away. And of course, hopefully he has a 5555 party. Very cool. Big shout out to Belliot Brand for that. Nice. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, of course, if you haven't already. Let us go. Hey, Hex is almost at 3.9 cents. Hetron at 7.05. We've got Maxi at 7 cents there. And of course, Pulse Dodge Coin there at 2.55, making a little bit of a run at the moment. And question mark over whether Gunther's actually bought or not. Is that what we had? Is that what our conclusion was in the chat? I'm not sure. Constantine says, will you say hi to my mum, please? Oh, hi to Constantine's mum. Big shout out to you out there. Hope you're having a good day. Woohoo! Hex Hodl says, always wrap it up. Says, yeah, always wrap it up. Nice, I'll catch the replay tomorrow, says Chris. I appreciate that, Chris. And 4,800 subbies. Yeah, that's what Katie says. That's true. Now, it sounds so cute when you write it like that there, Katie. Yeah, we've got the party on there from Get Hex and Machiavelli as well. You too, Sandy, says Chris. What else we got going in there? Be safe, people. Great stream. Hex Token a prep day at the Cape Figure. 55555. I'll be on with Get Hex tomorrow, says Chris. Nice, Chris. And Sandy Beach says thank you. What else have we got? Voyager, another exchange going down, says Genuine. Yeah, I'll probably do a video on that later today, Genuine. We've got the ducks and the bread from KD. And Hex Hodl in the house there as well. Good place to finish. Let's play our music on the way up. We're up to an hour and a quarter, just over an hour and a quarter, so we're going to play out. Don't forget, I'll be doing a second live stream in about 5 hours' time. Catch me then, of course, Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Hex. And we will have a lot of fun then too, I'm sure. Let me pull up the old Power City Core teaser, funky music play up to conclude the live stream. Hope you guys have a good time. Peace out, everybody. Peace. Down to moves on the floor. Get them on. We got it. Yeah. Off it. Whole chain. Whole six. Hex. Woohoo! Back in the shell. Woohoo! Good. I'm pumping it. That's fresh. Buzz. Yeah. Oh, shit. Woohoo! We're rocking it here. Let's do that. Let it rave. All right, that was the dance party. Catch you in 5 hours' time for live stream number 2. Hope you guys have a good day. And don't forget the dollar cost average and set your limit orders. This is how we roll. Nice. Head to beat, says Machiavelli. Yeah, that's true. All right, DB Cooper in there. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, bye for now. Take care. See you in the next one. Peace.